Some people love to pretend they have elevated. They love to act like they have outgrown the drama, the chaos, the mess, and the toxicity. But the second their feelings get bruised or their ego gets checked, they sprint right back to the very same pit they once cried about escaping. And that right there is the classic dog returning to its own vomit moment. Nothing exposes a person faster. A dog goes back because it is built for filth. But when grown adults run right back to the same mess that humiliated them, dragged them, lied on them, and tried to break them, that is not instinct. That is identity. Returning to your own vomit is a spiritual diagnosis. It tells the world that you crave the dysfunction you pretend to hate. It means the chaos you complain about is the chaos you are addicted to. It means you never healed, never matured, and never intended to grow. Some people love to say they have changed, but they were only waiting for one disagreement, one argument, or one moment of offense just so they could run back home to the garbage they were comfortable in. That is why you will see people sit right back in rooms that mocked them, sit next to mouths that slandered them, align with the same demons that tormented them, all for one desperate taste of attention, relevance, or validation. That is not strength. That is desperation disguised as loyalty. And the wild part is how proudly they do it. They will crawl right back to the vomit and call it a reunion. They will run back to the trash and call it a lesson. They will rejoin with the very snakes that bit them and call it closure. They will dress the dysfunction up with cute words like healing, peace, maturity, or moving forward. But everyone watching knows the truth. It is the same dirty plate, the same dirty company, the same dirty patterns they never washed off. They did not choose peace. They chose familiarity. They chose the comfort of chaos because elevation requires accountability, and accountability is a language that they refuse to speak. People like that do not want peace. They want an audience. They want a storyline. They want any place where their bitterness and insecurity can blend in. Because stillness feels uncomfortable for people who thrive in confusion. Growth feels threatening for people who refuse to self-reflect. Progress feels foreign to minds that are used to running in circles. They do not want out. They want company. So when you see someone return to their vomit, do not be shocked. Some people were never meant to stand in truth, loyalty, sisterhood, or elevation. Their character was shaped in chaos. Their spirit was raised in confusion. Their behavior is nourished by attention from the very people who once tore them apart. That circle feels like home to them, no matter how rotten it is. And the second they feel challenged, held accountable, or corrected, they run right back to the same cesspool because it requires nothing from them. No honesty, no responsibility, no healing, no growth. Let them go. Let them eat from the floor they choose. Let them lay with the same misery they were begging to escape. Because once a person shows you that filth is their comfort zone, believe them. That is not betrayal. That is revelation. And revelation is always a blessing. The truth is, some people never left the vomit in the first place. They only walked around it, pretending they were better than it, until the moment came to reveal who they truly are. You cannot save someone who enjoys sinking. You cannot elevate someone who keeps choosing the basement. You cannot force growth on someone who is committed to the same cycle. And you definitely cannot respect someone who returns to something they swore destroyed them. So stand firm, stay elevated, stay in your peace. Because watching someone return to their vomit is not your loss. It is their destiny. And sometimes the best closure is letting them live in the chaos they clearly feel at home in.